We love hip hop.
NIPSEY HUSSLE stuff right here. Black Sam did a recent interview with Big Boy, Big Salute to Big Boy. I'm gonna pull it up here on YouTube, and he spoke out about the whole thing that happened. Ooh, this interview has 1.3 million on it right now. Nice. He gave more detail into the whole Nipsey Hussle unaliving, as far as whether people think it might be a setup. Actually, he said it was a setup, to be honest. Okay. Who should I go to? Let's go to the actual interview.
Me and my brother, we used to sleep in the living room with my mom's in the same bed at my grandma's house. Like, we didn't have a room. We was young.
And this is courtesy of Big Boy TV on his YouTube channel. Let's go a little bit in.
And he was like, look, this is what we gonna do. You know, this is what I'm doing. This is what I started. You know, this is the label. He had the books. You know, Master P did it like this. This is how we gonna take what we doing in the streets. And so that really gave me the direction to like have something to go to.
But you had already been doing your thing, but kind of away from music.
Yeah.
And not to dime anything up with that, because I know just be scanned out. Everything is scanned like that. And when you talk about a smart store, bro, nobody was thinking about that.
Man, I'm gonna tell you a story, man. That goes to hustle genius. You know, we scrambling, trying to get the store open. And we did like a little mini doc, and we made sure the store was filled up with clothes, and we trying to, you know, fold them correctly and make sure it's clean. And we finally ready, probably like a week and a half before the grand opening, or maybe like 2 weeks. And we doing our countdown. And Hustle like, yeah, man, I just met this guy at the Starbucks. I was going to get a tea or something, and I seen him, and I'm like, huh? He like, yeah, we about to make the store a smart store. So I'm like, what? I'm like, no. We don't got time for that. I don't even know what, like you say, I don't know what is the smart store. He's like, no, trust me, bro. So I'm pulling my.
Yo, this is a very insightful interview, even just as far as like the genesis of the store that they had. You know what I'm saying? The Marathon clothing store.
Like that. And did the video. Khaled got out of there perfect and smooth, and you know, we appreciated Khaled for.
So here's the meat and potatoes of this. Okay. Now and I'm going to just give you guys a quick paraphrase of what happened here before he explains it in more in depth. He's saying that Nipsey Hussle had a song with Khaled. He bought Khaled to the hood. And y'all know the song with Nipsey Hussle and Khaled. It was from 2 Khaled albums ago. Okay, and I'm going to ask a question here. Was Nipsey set up? Mad question marks. R.I.P. Nipsey Hussle once again. Okay, to me, he's in my personal top 5. Okay, he might not be in everybody else's top 5, but for the rappers who I listen to on repeat, albums that I listen to on repeat, okay, Nipsey Hussle, he's in my top 5. All right. So he had DJ Khaled come through. People wanted to rob DJ Khaled over there in Crenshaw in the man's hood. However, he prevented the man them from over there, the guys from his set, from robbing Khaled. You know, he didn't, you know, there wasn't like an attempt. He just told him, you guys can't touch Khaled when he's out here. Leave him alone. He with us, he's with me. None of that checking in, any of that other stuff will be going on. Let Khaled live. And then from there was animosity. And that animosity eventually grew to the guy who's Eric Holder, his name is, or Shitty Cuz, him getting locked up for going over and murking Nipsey Hussle. Now, what people are saying from the original story was Nipsey called this guy a rat. He left, came back, and started doing his work with the Blicky. Okay? But from what Black Sam is saying now in this new interview right here, the story went down just a little different. So let's continue.
Not playing, ain't nobody saying nothing to Khaled, ain't nobody doing nothing to Khaled, and he's straight and Hustle frontline that. And you know, we felt like certain people didn't like that. and did the video. Khaled got out of there perfect and smooth, and you know we appreciated Khaled for showing up and coming to the hood and doing the video, and you know we knew that this was gonna be one of them videos, man. Hustle brought DJ Khaled to the hood, and you know had John Legend in the other scene, so.
Mans are trying to do good and trying to even elevate their whole hood by bringing out DJ Khaled and John Legend. Holy.
We at Wally's and we just chopping it up about a lot of shit, man. Just, you know, making sure that we on point in security. And when we pull up, it's, you know, we like, Hustle, when you pull up to the shop, call us. He like, bro, I'm not calling you niggas when I pull up. I'm not calling you niggas when I pull up. And we like arguing and just, you know, but turn into you know, a little bit of that, and then back to the you know, celebrating bro Adam's birthday, and Hustle got us the back room, and you know.
So you know, he goes into more detail about the whole thing with Khaled.
So one of the spots we had a little weed spots, 24-hour spot, and I think it was my boy who usually do one of the shifts. I had to cover one of the shifts, and so. I was in it all night, and I end up, the morning shift came in, I end up leaving. And so my goal was to go to the house and sleep a couple hours and then go back to the shop and close the shop up for the rest of the night. So I'm at Granny's house, sleep on the floor, and this phone just going crazy, man. It woke me up. And I picked the phone up and, you know, forget who called me, man. I just hear people screaming in the background. And they like, man, you know, bro got shot. So I just immediately just run out the house. And just jet out the door. My grandma was in the living room watching TV, so she seen me.
He sound like Nipsey, like their voice cadence, very much the same.
He ran out, didn't close the door, just got in the car. Grandma's on 5th in Slauson, so the shop is maybe like 6 blocks away. So I just ran every light, every stop sign, and I get there, and man, it's just
God
going
damn.
crazy, man.
R.I.P. Nipsey Hussle, man. I want to get to some of the details of what he said happened here.
So I'm just praying, you know, took my whole belief in whatever I believed in. And
is the first thing that you do, man. But where's headspace, man? Because it's hard to just not, you know, either throw it all away or give it all up.
Right.
You know, because we got Nip as friend, music, whatever it may be. You know, y'all sharing bedrooms. That's like me.
Number one, there's no red shirts in the hood.
Okay, here we go, right here.
Because he know what's going away with a pistol. That's protocol. Hustle, you know, but it was go time, man. And you know, they're gonna make sure the kids is good, make sure his kids is good, and make sure we keep going.
I don't mean
as
to
random as what the public thought it was. Like Nip seen somebody, Eric, and talked, and
I mean, you know, he already got convicted, so for me, without going into too many details.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the real part.
Somebody come to the shop. They know we in the doorway. When Hustle pull up, we in the doorway. You gonna see me with a hoodie on, and I got a pistol on me. You gonna see one of the team members in the hoodie in the doorway with a pistol. That's protocol when Hustle pull up. So it's Sunday. It's busy in there. Why the niggas in there didn't follow the protocol? I wasn't there. Why they didn't follow it? Maybe they was fucking around helping the customer, doing some fucking customer service. This is what I'm thinking. Trying to.
He wasn't there. Keep this in mind.
You know, transition into some legitimate selling clothes, but nobody was in the doorway, and From my understanding, old boy walked up with no shirt on first to check the scene because he know what's going on in that parking lot, and had a conversation. Probably seen nobody was in the doorways. Checked Hustle had on shorts. Checked everybody else. Left.
Now, this conversation that he says right here.
Service. This is what I'm thinking. Trying to, transition into some legit. Go through the alley.
He said they had a conversation.
Everybody else left.
They had a conversation. Now, is that the conversation? And then listen, I'm just asking you guys in the comment gang. Is this the conversation they're talking about where people said that Nipsey Hussle called him a rat? Okay, he came around no shirt and then came around with the red shirt afterwards.
They say came back with a red shirt on. Tiptoed through the alley and went right and started shooting.
Keep in mind, he came back with the red shirt. He's going to explain a little bit more in detail with the whole red shirt stuff. But Shitty Cuz, the name Cuz, being a part of his name, is a Crip. So he's going to throw on a red shirt to make it seem like it's a Blood who did it. Okay? Just to give you guys a little insight.
So to me, that's premeditated. Number one, there's no red shirts in the hood. You can't buy no red shirt. No liquor store sell no red shirt. Number two, when a nigga come through the alley with a red shirt, that's the throw off, or the Bloods did it, or the Inglewood families did it, or the BPS. That's the throw off, red shirt. So for me, he felt he was supposed to do a job, or somebody sent him or whatever, and he was nervous. He was supposed to hit that alley with that red shirt immediately, but he didn't do that. He came in and he wanted to check the scene. He wanted to make sure he wasn't getting into a shootout. And that's my thoughts on it. You understand? So, and can't nobody tell me nothing about that because it just don't make no sense. It's not random.
Keep in mind also, this is new information. Eric Holder has already been convicted. He's doing life for the murder of Nipsey Hussle. Either way, whether it was a setup or not, he's doing life because he took Nipsey Hussle off to the earth. Okay, so regardless of how it went down, this is something that he still has to go down for. The same time applies, basically.
I know Hustle. Ain't nobody gonna say nothing crazy to Hustle because they know what come with it. No matter what age you are, niggas ain't saying nothing crazy to Hustle. Wherever you find him at, but on Crenshaw and Slauson, definitely you're not saying nothing crazy. You're gonna come, you're gonna tuck your tail and be humble, and if not, you're getting beat up on the spot. And we done did it a million times. Hustle done did it a million times. So the fact that he left tell me everything I need to know. It was no argument,
So that whole thing about the whole, he called him a snitch and they were having a disagreement in the store. Black Sam says it's cap.
It was no sense of threat. Because with that come like, hey, be on deck. Yeah, it was none of that. It was just,
They basically go into formation.
To me, it was, let me come through, let me see what's going on, and then let me, in this broad daylight, man, and it's, it's a lot of unanswered questions, man.
You don't believe he had any dialogue with Nip that day, or did anybody say he said something?
Yeah, no, they had dialogue, but it was in the mix of him coming up, talking to bro, and whatever transpired, it wasn't an aggressive dialogue.
Right? That you was aggressive dialogue, i.e., you were snitch. You know what I'm saying? I don't care how you say it. You can say it calm. You can say it excitedly, right? You can never call somebody a snitch and it's not an aggressive dialogue. Let me see what y'all saying in the comments. Old John Crow says he speculated. Yes, he doesn't know exactly what the conversation is that happened there because, like I did mention, and like he did mention, he wasn't there. He went right home. He went from one of their weed spots, went right home, tried to get some rest. And then his phone started blowing up. So technically, Blacc Sam wasn't there. But the people that were there, I'm sure also they had video surveillance of the alleyway. I'm not, actually, I won't say I'm sure. There's a big possibility that they had video surveillance to see Eric Holder pull up, leave, pull back up again. Right? So it's not just open and shut type shit like that. Like I said, it doesn't change the amount of time that Eric Holder got, but it also gives us a little bit more insight to whether it was just some kind of random occurrence where, you know, Nipsey got into an argument with somebody and then that person got super heated, went to his car and came back and bam. No, there's connections to this whole thing. Okay? Like I said, let's bring it back to the beginning. DJ Khaled coming to the hood and niggas saying, nah, don't touch Khaled. Mans can get salty for that type of shit. Like, bruh, Khaled could have gave us 100,000 just to be out here. He's Khaled, bro. You know he got it. What you trying to do? You trying to take food out the hood's mouth? What up, cuz? Right? I wasn't in the room, but I would imagine when mans are mad about you not letting one of their members of their gang extort somebody who's coming into the city or coming into the hood, even not even just the city, the hood, that some guys will get a little salty. I don't feel that that's out of the ordinary. Right? Am I off when I think about that theory there, gang? Like a few feathers will get ruffled.
It was just maybe small talk, and then maybe people saying Nip brought something up to him. Okay, he may have, but
Dusty Wallace said, "Ain't nobody bigger than the program." Facts.
It wasn't. To me, that don't. Whatever the dialogue was, that didn't justify, or that didn't turn into that. You know what I'm saying? He came there for a reason, and Mag got the reverses. I mean, he got the charges reversed because Hustle asked him something about it and humbled him real quick. But I think it's gonna come to the light.
Did you know Eric Holder before?
Yeah, we probably seen him a couple times when he was younger. You know, he hadn't been in the hood like that. They're saying he had some like a snitch jacket on him, or he couldn't come around. Me personally, Hustle, Fats, like we seen a lot of the homies raised because we at that shop 7 days a week. Mm-hmm. You know, before it was the Marathon store, when it was Slauson T, Slauson Ave, we had weed spots all in the hood. So we seen a lot of the young homies raised, from kids to teenagers to adults. We watched them. They know us. We know them. Anything we throw in the parking lot, if you from that area, if you from the 60s, if you from the 30s to the 100s, when Hustle throw something in that parking lot, you coming. From whatever it is.
Let me show y'all something quick, fast. Let's find something. Nipsey. Because this might validate some of the stuff that they were killing this, socially killing this loose cannon guy for. Is this the one? Loose cannon Nipsey. Let me find this. Oh, he took it down. Oh, I remember. He took it down off the channel. Adam. This kind of ties into a No Jumper story. Ooh. Did Blacc Sam confirm WAC 100 and loose cannon story after passing? Okay, so here's the loose cannon clip, if it's still available here.
Yeah. So basically, it's like, cause he'll be like he'll manipulate things. Like we'll go and do something, and the same niggas we do it to show up to the house like 10 minutes later when we trying to counting everything, right? And we be like, how the fuck they get that? Oh, well, we're going to just give them like $40,000 back and stuff like that. But because it's actually putting us in paperwork, right? And like doing like real police was doing like shit like that. So when it came down to like dirt and stuff like that,
and how the setup is all set up. You know what I mean? Rick Ross gave the money to Big.
Nipsey just got killed.
Okay, right here.
He FaceTimed me. So he
To get booked
a while back, right? And I'm on a phone. He FaceTimed me. So he FaceTimed.
And with all due respect, he's talking about Big U. And I say that again, with all due respect. All right. I'm trying to go to the West Coast. I'm not trying to have no problem.
And stuff like that. He was like, Nipsey just got killed. I'm like, 6 I didn't hear that. So I hang up with him. I called Nipsey and I'm like, Nipsey, what's up? He was like, oh, what's up with it?
Nipsey answered.
Nipsey answered. He answered.
So a few minutes before, Big U calls him, says, yo, Nipsey just got killed. All right. This man over here, Loose Cannon, is like, yo, for real? Doesn't call Nipsey, which is crazy. However, let's
to the phone. And I was like, I love you, cuz, or whatever like that.
Did you tell him to call you just got?
Nipsey calls him, and he doesn't tell him that somebody just said that you got killed.
Oh, you didn't even mention it.
I didn't mention it. And that's what fucked me up, because my cousin is Nipsey baby mama. You get what I'm saying? So it was like I could have probably stopped it, or it had it.
Stop what? Fuck you mean? That fuck you talking?
No, because listen. So after I talked to Nipsey and I was like, "Yeah, I love you, cuz," or whatever like that. I'll see you later or whatever. So I hung up the phone. I thought Big U gave wrong information. 30 minutes later, the homies blowing me up like they just killed Nipsey, and so I'm like,
Wait.
30 minutes later,
You get a call from Big U telling you Nipsey just got killed.
Yeah.
now this is months old. All right, this is probably 4 months old, maybe 5 at this point. And Adam had some issues about this because Big U wasn't trying to have his name smutted out like that, making it look like he was trying to set up Nipsey Hussle or something. Okay. Now I know also there's people who have an issue with Whack 100, because Whack 100 keeps on claiming that he has this video of Nipsey moving in some Ayo type of ways. Okay. As somebody, as I said in the beginning of this, who respected Nipsey to the fullest, was a super fan of this nigga's music, I got to make sure I bring all the facts out. Okay. So Whack has always been very adamant about the fact that he has some kind of wild video of Nipsey. People feel that he's a Nipsey Hussle detractor because he brought up some point saying that people wouldn't be rocking with Nipsey unless, as much if he didn't die. Right? Just not the most favorable things to be saying about a gentleman who passed away, far less more a legend. You know what I'm saying? But I do understand the argument that Whack brings. But he bought this guy on, Loose Cannon, onto the Adam and Whack show over there on No Jumper, and he said some wild shit. Now Loose Cannon feels super validated after this Black Sam interview. Okay? Now, still, that it doesn't make it any better that the man called you, let you know that Nipsey Hussle was dead. You spoke to Nipsey, he wasn't dead, and you ain't tell him that somebody just said it. Big U claimed that you was dead. Kind of foul, my guy. I'm not gonna lie. Okay. So when it comes to this Black Sam interview, this really validates a lot of that story that, like I said, Adam actually took down on the behalf of Big U. Okay. Big U wasn't trying to have his name moving around in the streets like that, connected to such a big legend like Nipsey Hussle passing. So Adam did him a favor and actually took it down. Okay. But now with this interview here, which I don't see Black Sam as a liar. He seems like a very stoic, even-keeled, you know what I'm saying, humble gentleman. So I can't see him being out here just making up stories, especially about his dead brother. Like, that's just would be heinous. He doesn't seem like a clout chaser to me. You get me, gang? He doesn't seem like the clout chasey type. So R.I.P. Nipsey Hussle once again. I'm asking you guys here in the chat, was Nipsey Hussle set up? 84% of y'all say yes. Okay. And I'll say once again, this doesn't change Eric Holder's sentence. I think somebody said 60 years that he was sentenced to. I don't know if that's the case. I would imagine it's 25 years. But nonetheless, it does give a lot of clarity to even the premeditated factors of what goes into this whole case right here. It wasn't a random act. It was definitely, if Blacc Sam is saying it, I believe Blacc Sam. That shit was premeditated. Okay. So once again, salute to Nipsey Hussle. R.I.P. Salute to Nipsey Hussle's family. Condolences to them. And R.I.P. to the legend Nipsey Hussle.
We love hip hop.